Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. On the last episode, we found Emma with the cat, which I'm pretty sure the cat is what was talking to her, obviously. And then I went around and I did that. I started the first quest and then I went to look for the second quest and ended up continuing the first quest because I couldn't find the second quest. And I thought that might be the activation for the second quest, but no. And then after I went around and then I saved around here. So I found the second quest. Yeah, that's what happened. You must be Fedlio. You sent in a request about the photography club to the student council, right? Yeah, that's me. I'm actually head of the photography club. Given that you're first year helping out the student council, I suppose that makes you the Reen I've heard about. Guilty as charged. I believe you requested something about an issue with a first-year club member. That's right. I was hoping I could handle it on my own, but that's becoming less and less likely. I really do want to stop Rex, though. So, would you be willing to lend me a hand? Yeah, of course. Let's get him. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Like I said, the matter I want to discuss with you concerns a first-year student by the name of Rex. Well, we already know everything. It was in your letter, basically. You want us to stop him from taking pictures and blah, 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 blah. Apparently, he's been taking inappropriate photographs of girls without their permission. Huh. Define inappropriate. If it's just a picture, it's a little creepy, but it's not really inappropriate. But in the other hand, it could be very inappropriate. Never mind. And to make matters worse, he's been exchanging them in shady deals with some other boys at the academy. See, yeah, creep scale is just way up there. It's literally just, where's the limit? Anyway, it's past the limit, so whatever. See, I can understand him doing the job for people, like if the guys wanted a picture of the girl that they like and he did the picture for them and then sold them the picture. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get what you're doing. It's a little bit of a favor, blah, blah, blah. But if you're just doing it and then just making like deals like, hey, look at this girl. See this girl? Yeah, you want the picture? Well, it's gonna cost you like a good $10, you know. Then, no, you're just being weird and creepy. Well, that definitely sounds pretty sketchy. Sketchy? How about creepy? In fact, it sounds like a blatant violation of the Academy's rules. Indeed, it does. I'm not sure exactly what kind of photographs they are, or what he's exchanging them for. But the fact he's violating the rules of the Academy is clear. If he keeps it up, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up suspended or even expelled. And that's why I want to stop him before it's too late. That's true, he's practically doomed if the instructors or the girls themselves find out about this. You don't say. He probably knows this already, though. Speaking of which, have you tried discussing this with Rex in private? I've asked about it a few times in passing, but he always plays innocent. I assume he thinks it's safe to continue as long as he doesn't get caught in the act. I see. In that case, let's catch him in the act, bust him while he's exchanging his photos. I wish it didn't have to come to this, but I don't think we have any other choice at this point. But a word of warning, he's been extremely vigilant lately. I think I might have raised the issue one too many times and put him on guard, which is why I'm going to ask you to catch him for me. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Rex and I might be from different social classes, but I've always seen us as friends who shared a mutual trust. All I want is for him to understand what he's doing and stop, but it does make me sad that it's come to this. We'll just have to hope that catching him in the act will give us the chance to show him what he's doing is wrong. I suppose you're right. Either way, he seems to have a number of prearranged spots where he conducts these deals. I've managed to work out 2 of them so far. The first of them is behind the storage building on the field, and the other is near the old schoolhouse. Those spots do seem secluded enough to get away with some shady business. He has a good eye for these things. And yet, he's your friend. You're going to want to be careful when trying to get near him, though. He has a knack for sensing danger. Tread very lightly. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll start looking for him in the spot you mentioned. He's in a military school, so actually, his knack for sensing danger is a really good thing for him. Actually, I'm curious to see how this turns out. So let's forget the childhood friend quest for now and just focus on this one, because this one actually has my interest more than the other one. Definitely. Hopefully we can finish both of them in this episode, so in the next episode we can start off the old schoolhouse. I really don't expect these quests to take that long though. Okay, so I know that this one over here is the childhood friend quest thing. Is the childhood friend quest one. So this would be the first spot. Let's see. I mean, I could run over there, but why do that if you can just travel, right? Oh man, this picture's great. Rex, you're an artist, a genius even. Haha. I don't mean to brag, but oh, you totally got the red hair too. You make a mockery of the color red. But you're totally right. I am a genius. Found it. Looks like Fidelio hit the nail right on the head. Now I just need to see a deal go down. So, have you got the goods? Of course, man. I brought some top quality stuff. Now we're talking. Let's get. Hold up. What's going on, Rex? Don't tell me it's that Fidelio guy again. Haha, not him. It's just a feeling. Let's split for now. We'll meet back up at Area B. Got it? Got it. Why'd he get so quiet all of a sudden? What the? They're gone. Wait, did he sense that I was here, run away? Sure seems that way, and from the way, and all the way over there too. So this is what Fidelio meant about him being really good at sensing danger. He'll be a tough one to catch. It's not going to happen if I waste time standing around here, though. Better find out where he went. Reen, can't you sense people? Area B. Hold up. I figured as much. It's not going to be... I don't think it's going to be labeled on the map. Have I been to these highway areas? Okay, so if it's not going to be labeled on the map, I would probably just head towards the old schoolhouse area. Because that was the other location that he mentioned. Hey, you. Oh, hey Patrick. I see you're hard at work again as the student council errand boy. Though I can hardly imagine a more fitting role for a ringleader of a class of misfits. He almost seemed kind of down after last month, like he regretted what he said. But it looks like we're back to the old Patrick again. What are you smiling about? I hope you're not expecting an apology for what I said last month, because if so, you'll be waiting a long time. I admit, losing my composure like that wasn't befitting of my status as a member of nobility, but yeah, I get it. I don't feel bent out of shape or anything, so let's just put it behind us, okay? Trying to feign nonchalance, are you? Always have to be the cool one, don't you, Sworzer? You jealous, bruh? No matter. I'll leave you to take care of whatever menial chores you've been saddled with today. But I have no intention of letting you get the better of me again, so in the classroom or in combat. So be ready. Oh, I see what this is all about. You know, a little challenge. Reen, you're so blind. He just wants to beat you because he lost. Now you just gotta stay ahead of him the whole time. I guess that means he really has been dwelling on what happened last month this whole time. Maybe he's not half bad after all. Maybe he just has the habit of losing too much. you know? It's the start button. Aha. I found you. There he is. The same guy from before with him, too. He should have the pictures on hand. So now would be the time to ask. Sorry, do you have a minute? Who's that? Have you got a new customer? Nah, I'm pretty sure that's Reem from class 7. You know, the guy who's always helping out the student council? Damn. We just about closed the deal, too. He might have been the one you noticed earlier then. No doubt about it. And he's headed straight for us. We can't let him see the stash, though. What are we gonna do? He's already pretty close. Don't worry. I've got a plan. If we make it out of here alive, we'll meet at point C. Ready? Yeah. He's got his knowledge down, though. Got some questions for you, too. Whoa. What are you doing over there? In that revealing swimsuit, Elisa. Wait, Elisa? Why would she be in a... Of course, son of... What? What son of... And they're gone. Well, they're fast, and if anything else, they got me good this time. It didn't seem like they'd finished their trade, though. I've been to places Fidelio mentioned, but it seems like they have another meeting spot. They'll want a place no one will find them. Maybe like a building that's not used very often. I better start searching then. Building that's not used very often. Huh. Okay, this is unexpected. Let's check around. Pretty sure I can get by pretty quickly. Building that's not used very often. That's someone's home. Really? I can just walk in. Okay. Yeah, because that makes sense. Yeah, because this makes sense. Why do games let you do this? They have doors locked and they just have this. The pawn shop was one that they mentioned before that kids didn't really come into, but with this guy who would want to come in here, I wouldn't say the radio station. The train is very, very busy all the time, so I wouldn't say that the stores would be. So, let's try the bookstore. I wouldn't expect them to be in any store, really. Particularly because people come in here to buy stuff. Why would you be here? Okay, I don't really know it, other than the old schoolhouse, of any buildings that aren't really used. Clearly, it's not here. Okay. So, I don't think it's in Trista. I don't think it's in Trista's area, unless it's like in the lower class dorms, but you would expect that. Okay, so... Oh, this is the flower field area. I was like, is that a building? Okay, so... see a gray area on the map over here. Usually in games, that means like a lower area. Auditorium. Library. This is very clever. This is very clever. Okay, so I'm close by the auditorium, I guess. Am I? Not exactly. I'm gonna go near the front gate. Okay, now I'm close to the auditorium. Let's see if it has anything to do with this. The auditorium's open. Maybe he found his way in here. So was I right? Nice, I'll take this one. Well then, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Seriously? Again? See, you gotta go later. Wait up, Rex. Okay, hand it over. I'm sure you don't need to tell me, but you shouldn't have that photo. Guess I'm sunk. Fine, here you go. Green confiscated the offending photo. This is President Toa. I'm a big fan, alright? What, you got a problem with that? Not exactly. I wasn't really sure what to expect when I heard that Rex was taking inappropriate photos, but this is just a picture of her working, like she always does. Isn't it great? It's so in her natural habitat. How can your heart not melt when you see the sweet look of determination? Seeing a picture like this is an art, and you can't deny that Rex is a master of his craft. Can you? Can you? Well, I really can't. But he still took this photo without permission, so yeah, I figured as much. That's why I handed it over. But are you sure you should be standing here talking to me while Rex gets away? Yeah, good point. I can tell that he's still somewhere in the auditorium though. Seems like he's planning on hiding out in here and hoping I'll leave. I got some bad news for you, Rex. Either way, I better not catch you buying clouded photos again. Got it? Yeah, got it. So, now we just need to find him. This is basically a game of hide and seek. I'm not fond of that game. He does know what he's doing. And I'm not a fan of hide and seek games, so I'm going to find you and I'm going to catch you. And then when I do, you're going to be very, very sorry. Ooh, and you walked into a corner. Sorry, Rex, it's over. There's nowhere to run. Just come quietly and brace for a lecture from Fidian. Or Fidian, whatever. I didn't read his name fine. How did you even think to look up here? Alright, the game's up, Rex. Hand over all the photos you've taken without the subject's permission. And don't even think about holding on to the photo quartz you used to take them. Fine. This is all I've got left, though. Video took the photographs and photo quartz from Rex. There's a photo quartz? Wow, they're remarkably varied, aren't they? They're actually really good pictures. They were taken very well, too. They're solid images, and they're actually nice images. And it looks like there are even more on the photo quartz, too. Well, yeah. These are really nice photos, though. I'm surprised. So am I. They're all very characteristic of the girls featured in them. They really convey each girl's individual charms. So, you like them too, then? They're beautiful photographs, I'll give you that. So, but it doesn't change the fact that they were taken without the girl's permission. It doesn't matter how well taken a picture is if the subject doesn't want to be photographed. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say here, don't you? I guess, yeah. By the way, we heard that you were exchanging them with some of the other students. That's right. I'm afraid we're going to need to ask you to give us whatever you traded for, too. Fine. Green-handed video magazine. It's full of pictures of girls. Well, at least he wasn't selling them for Mira. So now what happens to me? If the photos weren't too risque, I don't know this word, I was going to tell you to leave the club, or two. But I think I know just the way to put this all behind us. Video toward the photographs and put the photo quartz under a bright light, utterly destroying the photographs on it. Ooh. No! All my hard work, all my blood, sweat, and tears. Compared to having the instructors find out what you were doing, this is a cakewalk. Well, that's true. I doubt anyone other than Fidio would have forgiven me for what I did either. Well, you're a top-notch photographer after all. I know you'll do great things if you just put your mind to it. You really think so? I'm sorry I haven't been coming to the club for a while too. As long as you realize what you did was wrong, I have no intention of harping on the matter any further. It looks like everything is okay between them now. That's a relief. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you to stop taking pictures of girls, but make sure you get their permission in the future, okay? I'm sure the photographs you take will turn out even better that way. Okay. That was actually a nice quest. It didn't annoy me. Which is rare when it comes to side quests. I really hate side quests. Like, side quests are just a way to extend things and throw you off. It's really, really irritating. And when they force you to at least do a couple of them, it pisses me off. Like, no. I want to be able to go through the game without doing any side quests whatsoever. Zero. Zilch. Understand? You're the guy from class 7, right? Do you have some business with me or something? No, nothing like that. I saw you training out here and I was pretty impressed, that's all. That said, you seem a little hesitant and it's getting in the way of your form. What makes you think you can show up and criticize me? Is it just because you're a noble? Yeah, that's right, I've heard about you. Should a high and mighty noble like you even talk to a lonely commoner like me, or do you get a pass when it comes to condensation? That stuff has never really bothered me. It seems like this guy has a noble-shaped chip on his shoulder. Putting our baggage aside for now, you came here to train, didn't you? How about you join me for a while? Me train with you? Yeah, it's a chance to practice in a way. It's a chance to practice in a way you wouldn't normally. I'm sure you find it beneficial. What do you say? Well, I don't know what you're planning, but if it will make me stronger, then I'm on board. I wouldn't say no to some big fancy noble who took the time out of his busy day to ask me anyway. Okay, I'll go and get everything ready. I wonder if Instructor Sarah will let me borrow one of the combat shells. Combat shells. Reem called Instructor Sarah and she gave him permission to use the combat shell. The combat shell? These things? You kidding. I hope it's on a low setting for this guy. Or a low enough setting. You guys use this thing in class 7, right? Are we seriously going to fight it? It looks a little intimidating, but it makes for great training, I promise. I'll take point for now. So feel free to attack as often as you'd like. Right. Cool, I knew we were going to end up a fight, but I thought I might have to battle him. He has no EP. Meet the following conditions. Alan deals the finishing blow. Alan is conscious at the battle's end.
Here we go!
Wonderful. Okay, so...
Alright, let's do this!
There you go. Yeah, let me move away from you right now. Ooh, he has an attack that delays. Wonderful. Well, that didn't do much. Ooh.
Here we go!
You're really getting in the way, huh? You are a pest. Such a pest.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just going to, just gonna keep you out of my way. How about that? That's
Here
what
we go.
we're gonna do. I kill this thing. You can just stand back
Here we go.
and do whatever meets your fancy. Okay? You know what? I noticed something. Ooh. Doing with that, you still just, you know, are there. There you go.
My
Maybe a little
turn.
useful. I noticed something that I didn't really notice, which is weird because I usually look at the controls of the game very, very closely. And I noticed this, and it
Go.
just happens to be there's no block button.
Go.
I didn't really see that before, sadly enough, but yeah, there's no block button.
Here we go.
Clear bomb for real.
Yep. Here we go.
It might be hard to judge the finishing blow of this thing. But yeah,
My
I
turn.
kind of don't like that actually. Okay, so it's not a bad
All right,
thing to
let's
not
do
have a
this.
block button. It makes the game more difficult, and your only options would be to move and such.
Yep.
He doesn't have a move that cancels those like mine. I have a one of my
Go.
Sepith? Yeah. No? Whatever the item is called. I can't remember right now.
Huh.
I have one of them that has a good chance to delay. I mean, to cancel off the attack.
Yep.
Your art charging, kind of not useful.
My turn.
If your health wasn't so low, I would definitely use
Yep.
my S-Craft. But your health is just too low for me to reliably use an S-Craft.
My turn.
Ooh, and that hit harder than I expected it to.
Huh.
There you go. Oh no, there's really no threat here.
Yep.
I like his stance. He has a
Here we
nice
go.
stance. You also can't tell him to just to skip a turn. So,
Here we go.
the way I always skip turns, if no one's noticed this,
Ha.
is just to tell him to move and then just stay there. So, if you click move and you click the same spot. Oops. Oh my caps. Yeah. Hopefully this will finish him off. Yeah, that makes me meet both requirements. Did we win? You bet we did. Not surprising after that last attack of yours. That was a sight to behold. Thanks. I feel like I've got my confidence back now. At least a little bit of it. Aha, good to hear. Well, aren't they getting along right now? What's the matter? Oh, I feel kind of bad about all the flack I gave you earlier. That's all. I mean, you know, all the high and mighty noble stuff. Oh, don't worry about it. But is there some reason you got so caught up in that? It's embarrassing to say out loud, but envy, I guess. I used to be awful at almost everything I did. Sports, studying, anything you think of. Still am, really. But I knew this noble who was basically my opposite. She could try anything and do it flawlessly. I was always so frustrated about that. All I wanted to do was be her equal, but no matter what I did, I couldn't manage it. Ugh. That's pretty lame reason, huh? No, not at all. But that noble you were talking about, it's Bridget, isn't it? How did you know? Sorry, I guess it's time to come clean. So that's how she felt. Now that I think about it, I really have been acting like a jerk. In your defense, I can sort of understand why you acted that way. No one wants to show their weakness to someone they look up to. It's not even that I look up to her so much as I just want her to just look at me. What do you mean by? It's clearly obvious. Ugh, nothing. Forget I said anything. So that's the way it is. Anyway, if that's what she sent you here for, I'll go talk to her. Actually, this is a nice song. This is some nice music. This game has a nice soundtrack to it. And from what I've heard of Cold Steel 2 soundtrack, which I haven't really heard much, just one or two things, that one has a nice soundtrack. And I like that they are already starting to translate this. Like a couple days, I think they were translating that one while they were working on this one. So they've been working on both of them simultaneously. And so I can't wait for that to come out. And when that does come out, I'm going to play it on here. Right now, this is a really, really enjoyable game, and it's a really good game. They did that a lot. I like the combat and everything that they have in it so far. But I really want to see what they do for Cold Steel 2. They probably are going to have a few changes and stuff in the combat system or something, and you know, I just really want to see what they got. Besides, I owe her a personal apology for being so mean to her lately. She needs to know that my issue was with myself, not with her. In fact, I'll go do that right now. That's a relief. I hope the two of you can smooth things over. Me too. Thanks for all you've done for me today. Alright, that's all of the quests. Hello, Ring Sorcerer of Class 7 speaking. It's Nether. See, I told you I was gonna remember. I told you I was not gonna be able to remember his name. I told you I was not gonna be able to remember that name. Oh wow. Are you free at the moment, Sorcerer? I am. Did you need something? Good. It so happens I have a little proposal for you. If you have a moment to spare, come speak with me at the faculty lounge. I'll give you the details in person. Is this an urgent matter? No, there's no need to rush. Or even come along at all if you can't make it. Your other responsibilities take precedence. If you do have time, however, I would appreciate your presence. I wonder what this purpose is. Hold on, wasn't he supposed to be returning to his unit today? Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out whenever I make it to the faculty lounge. That's interesting. Did I get another side quest thrown upon to me? Did I also mess up that word? That entire sentence, actually? Whatever. That is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.